training. Like obviously the first one's in the swimming pool. That's probably like what you got taught as swimming lessons. You know, get down and get the object. But this going down a tank. I mean, if I don't know how deep it is, and he's kind of free swimming it. Wow, it's not something I would do. Well, not. Yeah, I don't think I would. That's great. For anyone that hasn't ever done any shooting off a boat, what they're doing is awesome. But obviously, everyone knows if you're on a ship, depending on the level of the sea state, if it's calm, that's great. The principles of shooting are pretty much there. Obviously, if you're elevated, you've got to remember the velocity and the trajectory of the round. Also, when it starts to get when it starts to get choppy, you have to understand you're firing, and you could fire here, but within the point of pulling the trigger, you've gone like that, and it's going over and missing the target. So to understand how to pull the trigger and understand when to is great. I love that. So I personally can't comment on any of the diving stuff. I've never done that, military or civilian. So yeah, I just enjoy it like you guys. Wow. I'm assuming they're using the rebreather set low, and that's what most any special forces that are maritime naval operations will use when they do their diving stuff. So obviously the canoe in there, or in the UK it's Klepperen, that was utilised mega in World War II for obviously the Cockleshell Heroes. So that's when they kind of Kleppered into a German port and started blowing up naval ships, German naval ships. So it's a great skill to have. I used to love doing rib work, but it was never this Gucci. It was never this cool. this kind of reminds me of a scene. You remember the Charlie Sheen Navy SEALs? I swear that looks like that they've copied the scene. I know they haven't. It just reminds me of it. I like this. Is it an AK variant they're using there? Does anyone know? It looks very similar also with the mag and that. I'm not 100% sure what weapon system they use as a main armourer. Definitely got blockbuster music though, hasn't it? Let's be honest. And now it looks like very Call of Duty. I love who's put this together. They've definitely taken some inspiration off places. So that, if anyone doesn't know where that is, that is the Horn of Africa, so that's like Somalia away from coming up from the Suez. So I'm assuming this what we're looking at is a roll of anti-piracy stuff. So it's called a corridor on the Indian Ocean where it goes kind of from not where the Suez is, but from a point after the Suez and up until the kind of when you're going into the Gulf. That is called the International Corridor, where native forces protect cargo ships. So they pay to go through it to be protected, and then the other guys just hire maritime security guys. So it looks like there's a skiff there. Yeah, so obviously a skiff, and this is what you find in the anti-piracy world is they use the bigger boats as little motherships, and then they use little small, tiny little like narrow ones that they'll have the ladders on and stuff. So they've made this could be like a miniature like little fob if you want to look at it that way, and potentially the little boats have gone off and they'll come back, etc. I'm not sure. Looks like I know that's quite a few people on there, but just a little bit of information for you. of people on that boat. That was a kind of very high-speed type of video there. Yeah, interesting. Again, I think it didn't give too much away. Most naval special forces in the world are very similar in the sense that they do the same role. You know, they're there to do the diving, to do the anti-piracy. Well, they don't do the they do anti-piracy, but you know, mainstream tier 1 Western units probably don't do as much of it as, say, something like bringing the Royal Marines in, or maybe the US Marines in to do stuff like that. So, because it depends on the task and how busy they are. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for joining in on this one. I'm actually doing a day of just smashing them out, only because mega busy, so I want to keep the content coming for you guys. So please don't forget to like, subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Stay safe.